In conclusion, I would like to offer some advice and possible solutions to help protect our sisters from this evil movement called feminism. And I ask Allah to make it easy for them, as it is definitely not easy dealing with this as being a target by the enemies of Islam, as being a target of this ideological war that we have previously mentioned. Number one, the first advice is to educate yourself regarding your religion and about the status of the Muslim woman in Islam. Likewise, to educate yourself regarding the beliefs of Islam, the Aqidah, and strengthen your Iman to be able to combat these doubts and this conditioning that is happening day and night to the Muslim women. Number two, live in this life on guard and be aware that you are the greatest target of the enemies of Islam. You are the door they wish to break down and enter from in order to destroy Islam. They know that if they succeed in corrupting the Muslim woman, then they have succeeded in corrupting the Muslim family, thus corrupting the future of this ummah. This is why you are the target more so than the Muslim man. Number three, to the fathers and mothers of young girls, teach your daughters about modesty and the love of hijab young. Buy her hijabs and abayas from young so that she learns to love it and becomes what she is used to. Do not get her used to short dresses and tights, as we see many parents doing nowadays, even practicing ones. That they tell themselves their daughters are young and that it is okay now, and that I will teach her the hijab later. Later is too late. Now is the time. From the time your daughter is able to speak and understand, and you begin to notice from her that she is able to distinguish between things, get her used to the hijab and get her used to being around women that wear hijab, and try your best to keep her away from always being around women who do not cover properly, as all of that will have a lasting effect on her. Brothers who have sisters, do your best to get your sisters to love hijab and to cover, and to understand the evils of undressing and what that says about her honor and dignity, and that there is no value in a woman that does not respect herself enough to not show her body to the world, regardless of whatever excuse she makes for that. Advise her, however, do so with gentleness and patience, as she is your sister, and fighting and forcing will not bring about good results. Likewise, brothers, know that you have a responsibility, and a hand in the evil effect of feminism on our sisters, that we hold some of the blame, or that we carry some of the blame. As Sheikh Bakr Abu Zayd rahimahullah mentioned, that akbar sababu fasad al-nisa al-rijal, that he made this statement, Sheikh Bakr Abu Zayd rahimahullah, that from the greatest of reasons for the corruption of the woman nowadays is due to the men, due to the lack of ghairah over our women, due to being lackadaisical and not paying attention to that which our daughters, our sisters, our wives are doing, and we are allowing them to not follow the religion of Islam in their dress, in their behavior, in their interactions, in how they go about and carry themselves, how they go outside, go out and come in, that we do not care about that. And so we have a hand in that, and so we have to do better as brothers and as maharim for our sisters and daughters and the like. Number 5, those who may come across, those brothers who may come across a sister that not related to them, whether in the street, whether on social media, who may be dressed inappropriately and un-Islamically. Instead of blasting her in the comments section or attacking her and insulting her, remember that at the end of the day, she is your sister in Islam. Her actions affect the image of this religion that you are claiming to have ghayr for, that you are claiming to be angry for, that you are claiming that she is shaming. This religion that you are claiming she is shaming, she affects that image. And she is your sister in Islam. So deal with the matter with gentleness and offer sincere advice and make dua for her guidance. However, if you bash and insult, what does that say about your claim of wanting rectification and good? How have you prevented an evil? How likely is it that she will take your advice and reflect on it? How likely is it that she will take your advice and reflect on it with that approach? So with that approach, you may have actually pushed her and pushed her further and may incur sin for doing so. So advise with gentleness and wisdom, and if you are unable to, then Allah did not burden you to rectify every single evil that you come across. If you do not know how to actually rectify that evil. Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah mentions as a principle that if preventing an evil causes an increase in that evil, then it is impermissible for you to prevent that evil. And that if enjoining a good causes or brings about an evil, and then it is impermissible for you to then enjoin that good. And so enjoining good must bring good, and forbidding an evil must bring the riddance of that evil. If it's going to bring any type of negativity or make the situation even worse, then it becomes impermissible for you to do so. Number 6, know that the end goal for these people, the enemies of Islam, is to completely remove you from your religion. Allah warns us in the Qur'an, where He states in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 120, وَلَن تَرْضَى عَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَا النَّصَارَى حَتَّى تَتَّبِعَ مِلَّتَهُمْ قُلْ إِنَّ هُدَى اللَّهِ هُوَ الْهُدَى وَلَئِن تَبَعْتَ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ بَعْدَ الَّذِي جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ مَا لَكَ مِنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ وَلِيٍّ وَلَا نَصِيرٍ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 120, never will the Jews nor the Christians be pleased with you till you follow their religion. Say, verily, the guidance of Allah, that is the only guidance. And if you were to follow their, meaning the Jews and Christians, desires, after what you have received of knowledge, meaning the Qur'an and Islam, then you would have against Allah neither any wali, meaning any protector or guardian, nor any helper. And so, sister, when you are faced with the pressures of this society that wishes to strip you of your religion, remember this, that their goal is not to liberate you, not to free you, but rather their goal is to liberate you and to free you from your religion. That is the end game with these evil individuals. Number 7, which is the final advice, is that justice and fairness cannot be found in other than Islam. There is no movement, nor group, nor ideology that will help women attain their rights and their needs more so than the Lord of the heavens and the earth that created them, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there is a well-known statement of Imam Malik, rahimahullah, the great scholar of Al-Medina, that illustrates this point for us, which states, لن يصلح آخر هذه الأمة إلا ما أصلح أولها فما لم يكن يومئذ دينا لا يكون اليوم دينا. That Imam Malik rahimahullah says or said, the latter part of this ummah will not be rectified except by that which rectified its first part, meaning no good or fairness or justice or any type of rectification that is sought in today's time that did not exist in the time of the Messenger of Allah ﷺ and his companions, in the golden era of Islam, the first 3 generations. Nothing that is sought today by any Muslim to rectify their life, to bring them happiness, to bring them content, to bring them fairness and justice and satisfaction, that was not sought in the time of the early generations, will not be a form of rectification. It will not be a form of rectification, meaning nothing will rectify our current ummah that is different from what rectified its first ummah. Which means that we have to look to the early generations to see what caused them, or what brought about rectification for them, what brought about honor for them, what brought about dignity and justice for them. And that was in following the deen of Allah. And so today, nothing will bring us rectification, nothing will bring us happiness, nothing will bring us satisfaction, true satisfaction, and not fake temporary satisfaction, like the application and the practice of our religion, or the religion of Islam. And he said also, thus, that which was not religion then will not be considered religion today. Meaning, in our context now, since feminism was not a means of seeking rectification and justice for the woman, then it will also not be today. It will also not be today a means of rectification or justice or anything for that matter for the Muslim woman. And in conclusion, I'd like to say that I pray that I have done some justice in presenting this topic to those listening and have shed some light upon the evil and danger of those who wish to take us further and further away from our religion. Likewise, those who wish to strip us and our sisters from their modesty and religion and brainwash them into thinking that Islam is not enough for them. I pray that Allah protect all of our sisters from the evil agendas of the enemies of Islam, and that He fill their hearts with love of Islam and love of modesty and love of being hidden. I pray that He fill their hearts with a desire to want to learn their religion and to practice it, and make them keen on returning back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in repentance